This version here is called Wild Goose Chase. Some people call it Wild Goose Chase. Some people call it the Lost Gander. About 400,000 or 500,000 other names for it. Had this banjo sitting out in the heat. I hope it behaves long enough to play a song through. How y'all doing this evening, by the way? Lord, yeah. I got pulled over on the way up here. I was highballing it through there, son. I mean, I was way over the speed limit. Way over the speed limit. I'm talking 57 and a 55, man. I was getting it through her like Dale Jr. You'd have thought I'd killed somebody by the way that daggone sheriff deputy come up behind me. I don't remember a word he said. When I pulled out there, I made sure that I went about 70 the whole way up through here. This next one's a song that I picked up from recording of Morgan Sexton from over there in Bull Creek. I've known it and tried to play it since I first heard it. I was about 12, maybe 13 years old, somewhere around there. But it's always been one of my favorite ones from him. It's called Hit Little Sparrow. If I'm tuned right for it, that is. I always thought that was a pretty song. I was talking to Leo up here earlier when we was doing a sound check. I guess I was in the mood to tell stories today. And I'll try not to keep them too long-winded, but I'm from Harlan. What do you expect? I was telling Leo about some stuff that I did when I worked still work in the mines, but some stuff that's happened while working in the mines. I was 21 years old, and I thought that I was 10 foot tall and bulletproof. Until I met this bug. Hear me out. I was working on a strip job over in Dingo, Kentucky. That's over on the Leslie County line out there in Harlan County. I was driving a 777 rock truck on night shift. Everything was going good, everything fine. Loader's loading, rock truck's hauling, dozer's pushing, all that good stuff. I was sitting there, being me, just 21 years old, bouncing around through there, happy as a lark. FM radio blasting, me just jawing away on the CB radio. All of a sudden, I heard a helicopter fly past my head. Any of y'all know what a grampus is? A Dobson fly, for those of y'all who don't know. Now, these things have pinchers on the front end of them, and they hurt. They hurt bad. I scared of them. And I didn't know what it was. The dome light in that truck didn't work. Well, I was night shift. It was like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And I didn't know what that sound was. I cut my dome light on. It didn't work. So I just reached over and got on my hard hat and clicked my light on. And me and this thing locked eyes. And as we locked eyes, it spread its wings and darted for my face. Here's where my 10 feet tall and bulletproofedness left my body, and so did my soul. That thing flew at me, son, and I went to kicking and screaming and punching and flapping around. Bruce Lee would have been proud at the kung fu moves that I was laying down. I opened the door up, and it finally flew out of there. And what got me the most out of that situation was that loader man that was loading me saw every bit of it, and he had the gall to get on the CB radio and say, "Well, Big Mac, you all right?" No. For this next one, I'm going to bring my buddy Leo up here. Everybody give a big hand for Leo. Now, that story I just told has absolutely nothing to do with the song that we're about to play. I just felt like saying it.
What song are we going to play here?
Lonesome John, baby.
Lonesome John. I've been waiting 6 months to play music with Mike.
I work every day.
Let me hear that one more time.
I messed up a few times in that one. Please bear with me. I'm not used to being on stages or in front of people, for that matter. I guess the word for that's anxiety.
What's next?
Be falling on my knees.
Here, why don't you do this one by yourself? Because I don't really know this one.
That'll work, bud. Big hand for my buddy Leo. This is a Tommy Jarrell song. Or I learned it from a recording of Tommy Jarrell, rather. Oh, God. There we go. I've had this thing sitting out in the heat, and I'm hoping to God and everything else that it'll actually behave long enough to stay in tune for a whole song. Bought this thing for I'm thinking like $50 at a pawn shop, or no, not even a pawn shop, a flea market. I've had this thing everywhere, as you can see. It's rode in the back of my pickup. I know for a fact I've dropped it off about 4 or 5 porches. I've even had this thing underground before. Behave. The word for this is embarrassing. You might want to keep a spare. Around me, anyway. I'm dangerous. Yeah, you got 20 minutes of tuning, about a minute and a half of playing. Or with me, about 30 seconds, because I don't know. Let's try this again. Yeah, go for it, Bubby. I'd say on that last one, it took about 12 seconds for this thing to get mad at me and try to break. That's a new record. I've been telling a lot of stories today, as I said earlier. Any of y'all know what a guinea fowl is? They're mean. I have bad experiences with one. When I was, I'd say about 5 or 6 maybe, I got some family out in Laurel County that I went out there and seen with my dad and my papaw and the whole family. They had some livestock over there, you know, they had chickens, ducks, stuff like that, and they had these 2 guineas, and they were loud, and they were mean. Well, I don't remember exactly who said it or who convinced me to do this, but one of my older family members told me that they would give me money to see if I could go catch one of them guineas. They was out there in the yard just scratching around, doing what birds do, I guess. And, well, little 6-year-old Mackie just hum-hawed up there and decided I was going to get me one. Well, it didn't work out. I got tore up from the floor up, son. I mean, I was bad. I'll never forget that sound. It sounded kind of like a mixture of squealing brakes and a tornado. And a lot like my grandpa's story, that story had nothing to do with the song that I'm about to play. That's the type of person I am. Scatterbrain. I got this song off a recording of a man named Claude Wolfenbarger from Granger County, Tennessee. He called this one Muddy Road. The longest day I ever saw was the day I left my home. I walked that porch from post to post, laying down my head and cried. You see that little turtle dove as he flies from pine to pine. He's mourning for his one true love, just like I mourn for mine. Look up, look down this long muddy road, hang down your head and cry. I think I messed up on that one more than any one of them I have tonight, today, evening, something. Let's see. Leo, you reckon you want to come back up here, babe? We're going to do another Morgan Sexton tune, or at least try to. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Me and Mike are both big, is this going? Hey, Joe, is this one on? Me and Mike are both big Morgan Sexton fanboys. I hear you, man. Should do Big Mike.
I reckon.
This song is about Mike. It's about when he went into the wilderness.
Yeah, this song is called Mike in the Wilderness. I heard this tune off of John Haywood. We was at a place down there in Lowell, little get together we was having, and he played that song, and it stayed in my head. It still stays in my head. The song's called Mike in the Wilderness, like we both said there, and every time I am in the wilderness, which is often, I think of this song because I am Mike and I am in the wilderness at that time.
That's right. Mike Ellison, everybody.
I'm Mike. Hi. Did I mention I was from Harlan? Hey, thank y'all for real though.
If I were you,